up?
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead, sit down.
Let's do it.
Sit down.
All right, ready to go?
Yes.
All right, let's lock in. All right, hello and welcome back to a very early pre-Wimbledon 5K tennis discussion. This is my favorite time of the year. I'm excited about Wimbledon. Love it. If you're interested in playing for the $250 or a brand new tennis racket of your choice, or a lot of cash and a lot of prizes on fantasy teams, then check out the video we did on a separate playlist, and you will see all the rules for those competitions that will begin when the first ball is struck on June 28th. All right. So we have a really busy schedule this week with lessons and teaching. We had a window today to do a show about something we wanted to talk about and talk to a lot of you about. It was spur of the moment, so a lot of you may not be prepared to stop what you're doing and click on it. So sorry about that. So those of you that catch this afterwards, let's talk about it in comments because I think it's pretty important. With that said, I want to start today with some big time shout outs. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one shout out is to Florence Chan. After Djokovic won Roland Garros, she bought me this limited edition Lacoste hat. Got the Djokovic on the front. I don't know if you can see that clearly.
I'm delayed, so I'm sure. Yeah, I can see it. Got
the Djokovic emblem on the back. Hopefully you can see that pretty clearly. So big shout out to her. I promised her when I got this that I would wear it for the rest of the season. However, I have another huge shout out, and that shout out goes to King Miko. So today, this was unexpected. We went to our post office to pick up some things, and another Lacoste Djokovic hat was in the mail with the message. And King Miko said, as mentioned on your French Open semifinal review podcast, your Djokovic baseball cap. Justin and Carla, thanks for all the free entertainment. King Miko, from King Miko. Excellent. Let's go. Really excited about it. So I have Florence Chan's Djokovic hat, and then I have King Miko's Djokovic hat.
They're expensive hats.
They are.
Yeah.
I'll definitely wear them with pride. Carla, I think, has a shout out on the Rafa hat.
Well, not really. This was just because Wildlife lost a bet, so he had to get the Rafa hat. He's not a fan, so I'm giving it to my son. I told him pick the color. Personally, I would have picked mango instead of this color. But what's up with you fans? Federer fans send a Roger hat. Novak fans send hats. This was just because I lost a bet. I thought there were more Rafa fans out there. What is up with these Rafa fans?
I don't know.
Man, this was just because, a bet was won. That's sad.
So does Carla's hair look pretty good? Do you like the hair?
I went back to my hair color. I was tired of the purple.
All right.
But this is sad, man. Sad, really. And his hat is cheap. It's like $22.
It's still a nice hat, though.
That's like $70 almost. And that's like $50. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's get down. Excited about it.
That's crazy.
A couple more shout outs. Two shout outs to two viewers I was communicating with for a while this morning. One is Natasha Sterling, and the other one is SK_JO. SKJO. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys earlier. Yes, Wimbledon will be a really good time. All right.
Well, you should say also this girl. She also donated money to the show as well.
Oh yes, she sent us $150. We don't really ask for that, but it's always, welcomed, obviously. We work pretty hard, and we don't really ever say that or ask for it. But thank you very much.
Yeah, she's a diehard fan. She was wearing the hat. Let me show her a picture.
And
she didn't mind.
And it means a lot. It really does.
She didn't mind at all.
So this is the picture of her?
This is the picture of her, and she's wearing the hat as well.
Oh, I want to check it out. Let me see.
There she is.
She's beautiful.
There she is, wearing the hat.
That's the first time I've seen this.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
All right, starting the show. All right. In my opinion, this is my opinion, I think the battle for the greatest of all time begins now in men's tennis. Why? We have beat this dead horse for so many years, and ultimately, Carla and I have agreed. We've agreed to disagree because of Federer and Nadal and Djokovic and it got such an old debate because ultimately I think historically the most important thing to the layman is the amount of majors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Djokovic at this point holds a head-to-head lead over both players. So if he ties, in my opinion, he's the greatest of all time. So my question to you, Carla, and everybody else: do you agree with me or disagree? The GOAT debate has been alive for forever. It's so long, it's gotten old.
It's gotten old. I get tired of talking about it.
Is this the 2.0 version of that debate? Do you think now, on paper and for those that just like to come up with different statistics, I think now it's provable and not just questionable?
Yep.
Any thoughts on that?
That who's the GOAT? Nobody?
Well, no, if he ties. If he ties for 20.
If he ties for 20, he would definitely be the GOAT. He would definitely have the upper hand on Rafa and on Federer, hands down. Yeah.
Moving into this Wimbledon, is there anyone out there that...
What's up, Ryan?
Mason?
Mason.
What's going on?
It's hot out there.
Is there anyone out there that is a significant threat to Novak Djokovic? If he plays like the man he did in the last 3 sets against Tsitsipas, or in any other of his matches during the French Open, we had to battle back. If he plays at that level, is anyone a real significant threat?
I mean, Tsitsipas was a threat. He did well.
Okay, well, I mean,
didn't his grandma die? I didn't know that. That was tough. I'm sorry, but you're playing a match when you have your favorite grandma who passed away before. That's tough. How he even got through that is beyond me. Because most people, like he's doing something with his sister, he doesn't even function right. So you got to give your hats off to Tsitsipas for even playing that match and battling the way he did.
Yeah, my sister, a long story, but she has been told that her breast cancer that started there has spread to, I think, her lungs and spine. I won't go there here. That's one of the reasons why we're doing this, because I wanted to get kind of amped up for 2 days. I've been just relatively kind of lost. No, I think I've coached pretty well. I think I've played it off pretty well on the court. For the most part, I think so. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about with that.
But my point is, Tsitsipas did well. Considering that he was going in already with that news, he played that match.
Oh, his grandmother passed away.
Most people don't even play the match. They wouldn't even play the match. He had to. It was an important match, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to him. He gave a battle to Djokovic. It's not like Djokovic blew him off the court, babe. Just saying. It's not like he blew off Musetti. It's not like he blew off most of these opponents. He had to work for this one.
I think at Wimbledon, if Djokovic played the same opponents he did at the French Open.
No, it would be different.
At Wimbledon, I think he beats them easier.
Not Tsitsipas. I think Tsitsipas can play. On grass, I think Musetti, he would probably beat a lot easier, and some of the other players that he struggled with. I mean, I just saw Medvedev go out on the first round, and a lot of you guys were saying, oh, he's got a great chance in grass. I mean, he just lost to Struff, which was shocking to me. You know, who was the other person? Federer? Federer going out to Felix, who can't even win a match? Ooh.
Okay. Earlier, and I would have to look at the messages, and I'm sorry, we did this spur of the moment. I was just speaking with somebody. Gee whiz, I forget the name, and I'm so sorry. But we were talking about, is Roger Federer now ruining his legacy in terms of his kind of invincible legacy? You know, it's kind of become where it's kind of loss after loss and injury after injury, and we're asking ourselves, why are we? You know, it's not like he's Venus Williams that is playing to, you know, support her own brand, and because she has the love of the game, she's always smiling on the court and so forth. But when I see Roger Federer now on the court, it doesn't seem like he looks too happy out there. He just seems, it looks like he's burnt out. It looks like he's ready to be done.
Well, so B-Dog sent me a message, you know, he was one of the first ones. He sent me a picture with Felix winning, and he said, I know it doesn't matter, but oh well. I think it matters. It really matters that
matters.
To him, that mattered because I think that he pulled out of the French Open to concentrate on grass, to concentrate on this tournament, and he loses to Felix 6-2 in the third set.
Well, to me, Federer won the first set and then dropped the second.
Doesn't matter. You still lost. That's a big blow. Wildlife says it's tough to watch your favorite player fade away into the abyss of old age and inconsistency. Mm-hmm. And then Jack Nolte sends me a message, Fed was beaten. Obviously, it is a big deal.
Yeah,
That's not the type of tournament he wanted to have to go into Wimbledon, you know?
He's won that tournament 10 times, and even before the tournament began, people across the world and YouTubers and so forth, people on the Tennis Channel, commentators, I think Roger's still the favorite to win how. He just got bailed in not what is it, the second round?
Second round.
The second round. Ivashka, that was a 7-6 match. So Ivashka's been around for a while, but a journeyman to say the least. and to have two nail biter sets there, and then to lose to Felix was understandable. It's not a shock. Is anyone shocked that occurred? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this was Federer a year ago. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it would be unfortunate for Felix if he would have lost that match. Federer doesn't even look happy out there anymore. It looks like he's there because he has to.
He looks like what? Benoit Paire, who lost to Andy Murray. I watched that at the Queen's Club. That dude didn't even want to be there. He was just like smacking balls, and there's Murray crying in tears, which really he played someone that was not even there, you know?
Dude, that match was so horrible that Carla and I had one of our students over here last night, and a family friend, and he was over here visiting last night. Mm-hmm. And our student, his name's Dylan, fine young man, but and what's up, Dylan? He probably doesn't watch this, but anyway, so Benoit Paire looks like this young man, but without the beard, right? Because Dylan's like 13 or something, 14. But we were showing Dylan, trying to make him, or trying to get him a glance of Benoit Paire up close because they look alike. Horrible. And even Dylan, that is just beginning in the sport, says, man, is it just me or does this guy, Benoit Paire, not even look like he's even attempting to try, right? We yell at our students if they're giving that much effort, which is almost zero. And what was even cheesier about the match is it was easy to tell that Benoit Paire didn't care, didn't want to do anything. It was almost like he was paid off to suck anyway. Well,
yeah, that's what it looked like.
It almost looked like he was paid off to suck. And then Andy Murray, after having won that, cried. Holy crap, Murray.
Stop crying.
Stop crying, dude. I mean, he's been crying since... he's always been crying.
He needs to listen to our song, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, cry me a river.
You might get pulled, but anyways, the other, I was looking at some other results. Karatsev loses in like the second round or round of 16 to Nori. Sinner out. Gets beaten by Jack Draper,
yeah, but now,
a 19-year-old, and beats Bublik too.
Yeah, now the Jack Draper kid, by the way, he played. I've always been a fan of British tennis, and you might laugh at me for this, but when I was a boy. I'm not really a boy, I'm a teenager. One of the players that I would watch a lot was Tim Henman. I would watch Wimbledon, and there would be him and Hill, and then came Murray Mountain, right? So we had Tim Henman, started with Hill. Murray went to the Mountain, so we had 1.0 and 2.0. Could Jack Draper be 3.0? And let me explain. Jack Draper's 19. He's about 6'3", 6'4" by the look of him. His record now at the ATP level is 2-1, and I mean 2-1.
He got a wild card, right?
Excellent. Can you look? If you're 2-1, you're a spring chicken, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, some people like Nadal and other people had a whole lot more matches under their belt by that point in time.
Sir John said, "Why are you talking like that about Murray? He hasn't played for a real long time, so he's emotional." So
he always cried. Back in the day, he cried.
The only point he cried when he was trying to get back, and then he cried when he was trying to get back before that. He always cries.
Yeah, Murray.
It's like he's now so emotional.
Murray would go to a press conference talking about.
Good for him for playing, but really he played someone that was not even there. He wasn't there. If you watch that match, they should have just put like a cardboard of Benoit and just let him ace
a target
because there was nothing there. It was
just Benoit Paire did not even the view that we had on the match. I'm sure everybody that watched it probably had the same view. I'm guessing the carrier, maybe not, but the view was like really low down, and Benoit Paire was like right behind the camera. And when Murray would serve, it wouldn't even be a really great serve in my opinion. Not a lot of pace, second serves, and he just is kind of standing there, kind of reaching his hand out. Look, I had a young junior student that just started the game. That's quite good for just starting. I just mentioned him. That we didn't even say anything. He was like, "Is that guy trying?" Because it doesn't look like he's trying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. It was pretty damn apparent, right?
Yeah.
Now, can I ask everybody a question about this Wimbledon? Does anyone think that this Wimbledon draw has any chance of being a little bit padded for the mighty Roger to not meet someone like Karatsev in the first round?
No, but didn't they say that they were going to go by the seedings this time? I thought Gene Schwartz sent me something that they were going to go by the actual rankings this year, which means that they would end up kind of in the same situation as they did the French, right?
Well, I
mean, Nadal's still number 3, right?
I don't think the French tennis sells out as bad as certain tournaments, not mentioning Wimbledon, sells out in terms of which affiliations the sponsors have with Roger Federer. Federer gets a lot of padded draws, and look, that's my conspiracy theory. You can disagree with me all you want, and I'm not hating on Roger. I used to say 10 years ago that Roger's draws are padded, but it wouldn't matter. Now it's not. I don't think it's going to matter if his draws are padded anymore.
I don't think it's
what I'm getting is I think someone that if he gets a qualifier in the first round, which probably will happen, I think that qualifier has a chance to beat Roger. I think if he gets a second qualifier, you know how like some people will get in their bracket when you're doing your brackets, like here's the 1 seed and it says underneath them in that same section qualifier, yeah.
Like Zverev did?
I think that'll be Federer's draw.
Okay, so what's up, Matt? Amelia Yahed said nothing turns me on more than the GOAT debate, Nole #1. Jose P said this will be the last year Wimby will be able to milk Federer for additional revenue.
Yeah,
Ryan
I
Mason
agree with
says
that.
Wimbledon protects Roger. Flock A3 says I agree about Fed, but he will lose.
Yeah, and by what round? Here's the poll question. What round is to be expected for Roger Federer, honestly?
To make?
What round is
I
to be
give him-
expected?
I give
Third round?
Round of 16 is this.
So you're going fourth round?
That's where I think he'll get the furthest. Round of 16.
Okay. Do you have any way to go back to comments and find the person's name that was just, never mind. I was just having this discussion with somebody, and I feel bad I didn't give him a shout out because it was a good discussion.
All right, let me
It was on the post I made about Roger
Okay.
Federer looking tired or something.
Okay.
We had a good conversation.
Comments. Here you go.
but-
Here it is. Was it Yinghao?
No.
Okay. Sir SK Joe.
No, I think it was all the way up to the top.
Okay. Well, this is the
Anyway.
first one, so it's not that one.
Look in the comments, but this was a really good discussion. Forgot what I was saying.
Hmm? Something about Federer losing early.
Oh, what for Roger Federer? What is successful for him? What if you're Roger Federer? What in your head? What is successful for you? How far in the tournament makes it successful for you as a person? What is he thinking?
Round of 16.
So he's playing it just.
Quarterfinals is important for him to make. I mean, if you.
What is he going to play it again next year?
He shouldn't.
So what I'm saying, this is his last hoorah.
Mhm.
I'm guessing because there's no reason because he's going to get beat worse next year.
I just read some of his comments at this SK Joe. Okay, I was doing my hair.
Was it
If
XK
you
Joe?
don't like Djokovic, you don't like tennis. No. There's many players I didn't like since I was young. No. Because I didn't like Chris Evert, I don't like tennis.
The comment she's reading, it says, if you don't like Novak Djokovic, you do not like tennis.
No.
Well, let's.
I respect his tennis. I think it's great tennis.
So you like him, you respect it. You wouldn't want to go to battle with him.
Hell no.
You wouldn't-
That guy's a beast.
So you respect him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think what this person's getting at, if you don't respect Novak
No, I
Djokovic for
respect
his
him.
game, then you don't like tennis.
I respect his game.
I don't
It's one
think
of the best
it's
games.
more personal for you.
It's not personal because I don't know him personally.
Then if you don't like
I
his
just
game,
don't care for him much. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
You know, it's different. I mean, just like you don't care for Nadal. Nobody gives you problems because you don't care for Nadal.
I don't care for
You
Nadal
don't care
because
for
of
his
you.
butt picking and all that. Okay, there. But nobody gives you grief. But people give me grief because I don't care for Djokovic. Like that?
The only reason why I don't like Nadal is because of you, number one, and we used to battle with
Because he beat Federer before.
And number two, he grunts incessantly. I can't stand the grunting on a guy, especially.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't.
Yeah.
It's hideous. Okay.
Let's see. Alex M said, "Will the finger lady from 2019 support Fed from the crowd this year?" I don't remember that. Furkill says, why would he retire after Wimbledon 19 if he reached the final where he had 2 match points? That's a great point. He had match points, but I don't think that Federer from 19 is the same Federer as now.
No,
It's not the same Federer. Just saying.
And every day it's when you hit 40.
Mhm.
Look, I was healthy as a tick until I was 40. Now I'm 40.
Send me the interview, Alex M. He says, Carla, watch interview with Novak's mother. Send it to me. Send me the link or send it to 5ktennis@mail.com.
Look, when you hit 40, it gets rough. He's right there knocking on the door of 40. I think, when did I start getting injuries? Like 39. I think 30. I was like 37 or 38. Never had any issues. Knock on wood. Never had any issues. What happened?
Knock on wood on my head.
That hurt. So, never had any issues, but once they hit the age and was playing at the same level, injuries started happening, and some of them quite surgically.
40 is a tough. 40 is a tough. 40 is a tough age. I mean, he's what, 39? He's going to be 30. 40.
August.
He's going to be 40.
August 8th, 40.
40 is a tough age to be playing pro tennis.
Yeah.
That is really tough. I don't know how you can keep up with someone that's 34 years old or 35. I mean, Rafa is not the talk in grass. That's not his best surface. Rafa could lose in the second round. It wouldn't be shocking. But someone to face Djokovic or even Tsitsipas or someone that can play on grass would be tough. You know? I mean, geez.
Okay, here's a question. If Roger Federer played Medvedev with no net game or somewhat of no net game tomorrow at Wimbledon in the best 3 out of 5 sets, who wins that?
Who?
Between Federer and Medvedev. If they played tomorrow 3 out of 5 sets at Wimbledon. Don't lie to yourself.
Didn't Medvedev just lose to Struff?
I don't care. I'm being more
I don't
real.
know.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, you keep mentioning, this guy lost to Struff. Homeboy can play.
But Struff just got beat.
So? I'm just saying, Struff can play.
My point is that everybody was giving a chance. Justin looking swole in the recent pick. Oh, because he was probably wearing his, his short shirts. Medvedev, I mean, everybody was saying that he would do really good on grass. I don't know. It's his first tournament. I don't know. There's not many practice tournaments. So maybe, I don't know. Whatever. It was a fluke. I don't know.
I'm going to repeat this question. Is anybody dangerous is anybody dangerous to Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon? Realistically dangerous, based upon what you just saw, based upon that he knows and his whole team knows, and I can assure you his coach Vajda, let's go, and his father, let's go. I can go ahead and promise you that these guys are in the trenches like a World War I battlefield right now. They're in the damn trenches, and they're going to freaking fight for this one.
Jose P, I hope that Nadal makes a deep run. I just don't have that much faith on him on grass. You know?
How deep does the Nadal make it? How far do you think Nadal goes?
It depends on the draw. I mean, he could beat all the normal guys that Federer can't.
You just said it yourself, the normal guys. Yeah. Like Medvedev, like Tsitsipas, like Zverev.
They're
all normal guys.
He can beat the normal guys that Federer can't. He can handle them. But again, his topspin is not effective. It's not effective on grass. Here, the serve is important. If your serve is not on, you're in trouble. Bigger trouble.
If you're playing for the $250 cash for Wimbledon that we're going to do, and Rafael Nadal and Djokovic are on opposite sides of the draw, I'm just saying, if they are, if Nadal and Djokovic are on the opposite sides of the draw, are you selecting them as your finals predictions?
I'm going to definitely choose Djokovic in my final prediction.
So, you just said it yourself. I think anyone that is going to be playing for the $250, you have to make women's predictions for the final, men's predictions for final, and both winners. So that's 6 picks. You already got 2 of them with this one. I can go ahead and assure you, Djokovic, unless he gets hurt, I hate to say that, is going to lift 20 here.
I'm going to have Djokovic, Tsitsipas for sure.
I'm not going to touch Tsitsipas. I'm out.
I am.
I'm out.
I don't think I'm going to touch Nadal. Those are 2 I can think of.
And they're only 1-point players anyway.
I have to think of, I got to look at the draw and think who's good. Who's good on grass, you know? Who has a better shot at grass? I don't give Zverev a good chance on grass. I don't give Sinner, he just got beat. I don't give Karatsev, too big. His game is not made for grass. Rublev, no, this is grass. It's different. I think here it's more whoever has better technique.
Big servers.
Better technique.
Opelka. Could Opelka sneak in there?
He doesn't have a better technique, but he has a serve.
Could Opelka sneak into the Wimbledon final? Could John Isner make another Wimbledon final? Mm-hmm. Even though that might go 722 in the 5th. Oh, wait a minute. They cut that off. But could that happen? Could Sam Querrey roll into a Wimbledon final?
Sam Querrey.
Could Kevin Anderson roll into a Wimbledon final? Could Ivo Karlovic or Cilic jump out to a Wimbledon final? I'm kidding about Karlovic. He's still pumping though.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Grass, a big serve is key. Djokovic though being the best in the business at defending, returning serve, it's an equalizer. So if he can get your serve back in the court.
The court is faster though. The court is way faster, so it's hard to touch a big guy's serve. And don't forget that no one's really. He hasn't done the French Wimbledon yet. So, but I still put him in the finals. Just saying.
Okay, I found the message, earlier in the show. I said I was talking to someone I forgot what their name was. I forgot. I ran over to my notebook because I was cooking the kids lunch. And
Lunch?
well, whatever. I made them some nachos or whatever. Okay. Anyway, I actually wrote it down. I wrote it down and his quote. See, I forgot writing a paragraph. Go figure. All right. So the shout out and topic and comment is actually from somebody, and that person was Kralj, Kralj Stribor. Kralj Stribor. Much love. Let's go. Comment and topic.
That sounds like a strong name.
Comment and topic, and I'm quoting. Here we go. He says, for Roger Federer, getting to the quarterfinals would be like winning. I think you just said that a second ago, but he said it first. Okay. For Roger, getting to the quarterfinals would be like winning. You simply can't get into the right shape without matches, and at age 39, his wishes and reality are quite different.
Yeah, you said it well.
My response to him typing and not here, and I'll say it again, my response was an old saying that I've heard since I was very young. You can wish in one hand and take a shit in the other and see which one fills up first. Generally, the shit fills up first. So I agree with what he says. He can keep wishing that he's going to go out holding the trophy, but reality just hurts a lot worse. You can't pull out of the French against a much weaker Berrettini, at least.
He should have played it.
And you can't lose to Felix Auger-Aliassime. He won the first set, Federer did, but then got shut out like 2-3 or 3-2 in the second and third. At a tournament that a lot of naive tennis fans and journalists and so forth were saying leading up to how, it doesn't matter if he loses the French, he's going to come in and play Hal and win that one. I know some play-by-play YouTubers that were saying, yeah, Federer's a shoo-in for Hal. I'm like, do you not understand the game in terms of age and on a 39-year-old body and how many hungry-ass people are out there?
Look Jerome beats Struve. That's who beats. Okay, so Felix gets to play next. Jerome.
Okay, great battle, not.
Wow. Really. And I'm looking at this. Rublev beat Thompson, Kohlschreiber beat Mutet. Not really huge names. Nishikori plays Korda. Maybe Korda will do something on grass. Harris could be dangerous on grass.
What Harris could be?
Yeah. You've got Bashvili is not going to be dangerous. Neither Zumberg, neither Zverev. I'm trying to.
Zverev. This could be Zverev's best chance to make another final.
You think?
At least for the rest of this year. Zverev, he double faults a lot, but he does have a big game. If he doesn't miss, kind of like when Sabalenka gets on her missing, at least on the women's side, Sabalenka, she has that one gear, wide open. If Zverev can play wide open and actually land his shots and not double fault so damn much, or have trouble hitting his service spot so much, he could make a final, but he's not going to beat Djokovic. It's not even going to be close. Everybody, I think, in that next cheesy gin type mindset could make a final.
By the way, I saw a video of Zverev. Well, guess what? With two of his puppies.
Oh, he has new puppies.
And he was loving on them, and he was touching them.
So he's trying to get back his...
And he was, just being really playful. They were really cute and furry.
Yeah.
So maybe he heard you call him puppy hair, because he was playing with those puppies, and they were his puppies.
What kind of puppies were they?
I don't know. They look like, they weren't poodles, but they're like that type of hairy.
Like fluffy things?
They're fluffy, yeah.
So, okay.
And someone in the comment at Twitter said, I hope he doesn't choke them like he did his girlfriend.
Yeah. Hey, so, you can tell a lot about a person about the type of dog they have, right?
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, so what type of dog person are you? Or are you a cat person? If you have a dog, or what is your dream dog? Like, I have pit bulls. I have a pit bull tattooed on my back. I like pit bulls. Nice ones, not mean ones, nice ones. Anyway, if you're a dog person, what type of dog do you get? Zverev had some fluffy thing, and he's a puppy hater, so he's trying to get his ego back. Katana. Where's my girl?
I don't know. He likes pit bulls. I like Dobermans. I like German Shepherds. Ethan said my dream dog is a lab. That's my type of dog.
Lab?
No, Ethan. Mine, I like big Dobermans or German Shepherds. I like them too.
Yeah, the Dobermans are nice. Yeah. What kind of dog person are you?
White. I used to have white German Shepherds. That's what my dad used to get. Let's go back here. Ryan says Korda looking good playing against RBA. Kevin and Jackie Gunn said no chance for Stefano, sadly, 2019. out early in Queens, out first round Wimbledon, no warm-up tournaments, more chance for Rublev and Berrettini. Sir John Jovanovic had asked if we seen the Chilik match against Fognini. He said, second set was kind of tight, but Chilik was better today. What is going on with that guy? He is not play as before. Who, Fognini? He's not playing the same way?
He wanted to bomb Wimbledon last time.
Jose P says, I have a German Shepherd. Elvis Presley says, yes, Fed played bad, but let's all calm down here. Every time Fed lost since 2013, people say retire. Give him time. He loves the sport. Novak won't win the Golden Slam. Novak fans need proportionality. Sinisa said, I had a Doberman girl. I used to have two that would protect me when I was little. Brian says, I like laughs. Folks say, I laugh. There's the dog. Don't let her fall.
I got her.
There she is.
Okay. She's the
Kevin Jackson said, I've always told you to stop calling him puppy hater. He saved rescue dogs.
But Katana's good.
He heard you, so he got more puppies.
Yeah.
Katana, do you like Zverev?
What do you think, Katana?
Hmm?
She's a puppy hater? Alright. Go, girl.
Who is the favorite for the Olympic besides Novak? Anybody.
Anybody
in the Olympics.
Anybody.
Monica Puig won it. Anybody. There, I wouldn't even want to guess.
Wait a minute, though. Novak could do the Australian, the French, the Olympics, Wimbledon, and the U.S. and have a Golden Slam. Who has won the Golden Slam before? It's a very small list.
My buddy had a dog named Katana. This is a cost. Yeah, Katana. He named her Katana because of Mortal Kombat.
The Mortal Kombat game. There was a game.
Yeah.
Like when I was in college, it was like a, what was it? Sega Genesis, like Biggie Smalls Sega Genesis, right? You could hit like down, left, right, BA start, and she'd like drop down from the ceiling and slap you with a whole bunch of fans or something.
Is that the one, Mortal Kombat? That's
what?
the song. Is that it?
That's Mario Brothers, isn't it?
No. Oh, look at it. They made a movie on it. Okay. It was Sega. Alex M said it was Sega.
Yeah, I would go undefeated. I would go undefeated with Katana. And so when I got her, I was like, she's Katana.
Dark Knight says Novak won't win US Open. He has
Dark Knight is back.
And I like his thing.
What is up, Dark Knight? Dark Knight was around from the very beginning. Like back porch days.
All right, let's talk about the next thing. I saw your girl Sabalenka went out to Madison Keys, out of all people.
You know, she's all right. She's got a big game. She can hit through the grass.
And then Andreescu goes out to Cornet, and Cornet beats Anisimova.
Wow. Oh, is Azarenka now a has-been at her very young age?
And then Svitolina goes out to Alexandrova in the first round. I was like, what's going on here?
Monfils can help her
out. Did people do they not want to play in grass, or there's just not enough time to adjust?
Carla, do you think I should make the cash giveaway for Wimbledon a little bit easier?
No.
The big pot?
No.
The big pot is real. Matt Cain has won this before.
We made it easier when he won it.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking this is because look what happened at the French Open.
We all knew that.
You had Pavlyuchenkova playing Krejcikova, right? Krejcikova won it. No one guessed that. No one could ever have guessed that. It was completely, in my opinion, random, right? Who are the favorites early right now, given that the French had no relevance towards now and moving forward?
Wimbledon is
Serena?
Wimbledon is just as bad as it was for the French Open on the women's side for us.
I don't know. Serena with the big serve, Osaka with the big serve.
If Osaka's mentally right, Andreescu doesn't seem to be able to get her stuff together. Halep, who knows? Who else do we have? Zombie, what's the name of the zombie girl? Your girl.
Pliskova.
No way. Muguruza? No way. Who else is there playing tennis? Coco Gauff? Too young?
No, okay, wait a minute. Freeze that. Look, I think Coco Gauff has a chance. I don't think she has a chance to necessarily square off against, well, maybe. Maybe. She has a big game. She's electric. She can get hot. She made, the fourth round and went through Venus. Not that that's a huge thing today.
Barty. She's not injured.
Do you think Barty's variety is enough to get her through the entire fortnight at Wimbledon? Because, look, it's important to have variety, yes. But on the grass, it's nice to be able to consistently
hit through the ball.
Whack the ball, hit through the ball,
hit through
1, 2, 3 tennis, serve +1 tennis, serve +2, serve and volley, counter punch. Maybe a lot of the times you're getting people that are really coming into the net pretty rapidly.
Those that can hit flat are good.
Yeah.
Are good on this surface, which means all the ovas.
Well, any player, male or female, that has a little bit higher of a strike zone. So in other words, if I'm having to get really low and hit the ball, and now I'm using a lot of topspin so I can clear the net and still hit my spot.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm tall enough and my strike zone is high enough above the net where I can hit flat like missiles, like lasers, some of the servers with the big forehand are going to be dangerous. Unfortunately, then comes Djokovic. Your players like Riley Opelka could do really well. They could make. I'm not saying he's going to win the damn thing, but you want to put that hat on your head? Would you put that hat on your head, Carla?
Why
do you think Carla would put the Djokovic hat on?
Why do they give him a goatee?
He used to wear that.
Well, they should have made it darker.
I like that. I like them both. Which hat do you like better? Oh, she's done on the Djokovic hat. Let me zoom that in. I'm zooming that in. Look at this.
I might wear the hat.
She's donning the Djokovic hat.
It's a nice hat.
Look at that.
I like it.
Man, that's incredible. That's a sweet hat. You should wear that one. You'll never see that again. Maybe so. It's pretty nice. I like that. Look good on you. You should see that. Oh, you can see that. All right. Here.
Oh, no, it's my favorite person, George Rich.
Let's go. Here's some people that I think are dangerous for Wimbledon on the female side. Naomi Osaka. Now, I'm really puzzled about what she will do with the interview aspect of it. So she made, in my opinion, a scene. I'm sorry that it works that way. I'm sorry that, when you win a tournament, that tournament and their sponsors pay you millions of dollars. I'm sorry it's in your job description to say, hello, I played very well. I'm here just because I don't want to get fined. I'm sorry it's such a big deal, but for some it is. We'll get back into that. But Wimbledon is huge on tradition. Wimbledon is so huge on tradition where you must wear all white, and even the size of the logo, if it's not white, must be within boundaries. Players have to submit their all white attire and sneakers and shoes and headbands and blah, 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 and bags to the tournament to make sure they are checkmarked and approved for the tournament. Now, tradition, I can assure you, is not going to elude Naomi Osaka on these interviews. Wear some sunglasses, have someone guide you in there like you're blind. Don't even look at them and just put some shades on and sit there. One of those things that people sleep in, right? These bandana things, boom, I can't see nothing. Put one of those on and just have someone waltz you in there and sit down if you have anxieties and just say, I'm here because I don't want to get fined like Marshawn Lynch did. And get through it. All right? Yeah. I don't think Wimbledon is going to let Naomi Osaka back away from that, and if they do, they've sold out on their own tournament like they sold out when John Isner and Mahut and Kevin Anderson and Mahut couldn't get through their damn tennis matches because all they had was a damn serve. And by the way, during that damn horrendous 3-day match with Mahut and Isner, how in the damn hell did Isner not break little Mahut's serve after 3 days and 5 hours and 53 minutes? Mahut's not like the greatest player in the world. He's a journeyman and a great player and a fine doubles player. But he's not a threat, nor was he ever to really any top player throughout his generations in which he played. Still shocking to me how Isner didn't break that dude, being America's best. By the way, so let me rant for a freaking second. Let me freaking rant for a freaking second while I'm feeling like it. Here we go. We have this young man, we talked about him earlier in the show, Jack Draper. He sounds like a police investigator on 24 Hours, one of these shows on TV that I never watch because it's a waste of time. Jack Draper, ooh. What's the guy from 24? Jack something. Okay, Jack Draper beats Yannick Sinner, another teenager in the first round of this Queen's Club tournament, and then beats Bublik, who doesn't like his job anyway, but I do like Bublik. Bublik has made a point to say, I just work here because I want to get paid, and I suck at everything else, and I'm good at this, so show me a tennis court.
So he's doing the opposite of the quad pair. He's playing, so he wants to get paid.
Yeah, now, Tim Henman I talked about being British 1.0, Andy Murray being British 2.0, Murray Mountain, Hill, Mountain, and now Jack Draper. So my question to start this rant is, Tim Henman got a hill, Murray got a mountain. What the hell does Draper get?
If he does well,
does he get like
he just started.
Does he get a space station or something?
He just started.
Okay. Furthermore,
what about Nori? Isn't Nori?
Yeah, I'm getting to Nori. I got him coming up, baby. I came prepared. She was getting her hair done. I was writing. Let's get down. But I didn't think I was going to do this until like Friday, so it's a little lackluster. But that's okay though. We don't play very well every night. We just get the crowd in it. And it to win it. Okay, Britain's youngest quarterfinalist at Queen's Club since 2006. How do you say 2006 in Spanish, Carlita?
2016.
What? How was that?
2016.
Okay. Britain's youngest quarterfinalist at Queen's Club since Murray in 2006. I'm curious when the last U.S. quarterfinalist at Queen's Club, because it was probably in 1869. Anyway, we have British number 1 is Evans, Dan Evans, respectable. Love the fight in that young man. British number 2 is Cam Norrie. Boom. And he is meeting this kid, Jack Draper, in the next tournament. Then we have Andy Murray, Cryman himself, number 2 behind Zverev. And every time I see Andy Murray have a press conference, I think he's going to have an anxiety attack. Freaks out all the time. Looks like he's all ghost. He looks like Pliskova's brother, like zombie man and zombie woman. But that's according to you. Okay, now, we've knocked the USA and Britain for a long time about having subpar men's tennis. Britain's starting to even get ahead of the United States, right? France is another one of those that's a little rocky out there. But now the U.S. has who? So we have Evans, Norrie, Murray, and Draper. And England. If USA meets England next year in the Davis Cup, who are we going to have? Isner? You couldn't even break my hoot 7 years ago, bro. Opelka, all right. If you're, as long as you can ace, 90 million times, you'll be all right. But if someone moves your long ass, you're going to lose. Who else we got behind that? Query? He looks like a scarecrow. Who's after Query? Jack Sock? I never liked his lard ass in the first place. Who's after that guy?
Just Korda.
Okay, I'll give us a props, but he's really Peter Korda's dad or son, and they're not even from here in the first place.
He was born in the United States.
Well, what I'm saying.
So I'm not from the United States?
Carla, everyone called Carla Honduran. I
was born here, so he was born here too.
But
you tell me he's not from the USA?
Everyone told you, Carla, that you must be 2 generations removed to call yourself American.
By the way, we got somebody out there who loves Federer.
Oh.
Abdul Jabuli says Federer is the GOAT. Just saying. And I said, careful. Some people might kill you for saying that. He said, I don't care.
That's okay. Look, I will continue to believe that. I will continue to be with you until it's 2020. Because when it's 2020, what's the tiebreaker? Look, when we do our $250 cash giveaways for a tennis racket, what happens if, by the way, when Matt Cain won this, Matt Cain won the $250. He chose the tennis racket last time.
No, we didn't do money at that time.
Either way,
we never did money.
Okay, he won a tennis racket worth that much.
Yeah.
Anyway, but a couple people had his same selection, so the fantasy team is what broke the tie, right?
I can't believe this is $50.
The tiebreaker for the tiebreaker for the greatest of all time. The tiebreaker for the greatest of all time begins now, and it begins on the finals of Wimbledon Sunday. Is if Djokovic is there, head to head dominates it, and he's a couple matches ahead at minimum for both of them. 2 ahead of Nadal, 30-28, and it's lopsided against Djokovic. So all I'm saying is 2020. Now, Nadal is in 3rd place because he only does it on one surface. But Djokovic does it on all surfaces. Federer did it on all surfaces. Djokovic has done the French Open twice, and Federer's only done it once. So now you still have Djokovic in front of him. And then you got the head-to-heads, and then you're tied for the same amount of majors. And Federer was around like 5 years prior to either one of them.
Medvedev lost in the first round at the French Open last year. He made it far this time. What's your point? Is that for life?
Yeah.
He says Tsitsipas lost in the first round. So what? That could change. EDN says, I feel like the whole GOAT debate is like a video game. Each of the big 3 have done things the other haven't done. There is no GOAT to me. It's all subjective. I have my favorite.
Well, yes. I mean, and we agree with you the same. But I think our argument about this subject is
his argument.
I think what.
Not my argument.
It's not about what I think is. I'm an individual. I might say your shit don't stink. You might say it does. I might say that's a pretty girl. You might say it's not. You might say I like blonde hair, and I might say I like brown. But the argument is in the history books, when we're all dead and gone, and some young tennis student, when they have rockets tied to their feet and they have the tennis rackets made out of lasers, they're going to say who is the greatest tennis player of all time, and they're going to go to the history books. A, who has the most championships, okay? If the history books ended tomorrow or after Wimbledon, they're all three tied at 20, 20, 20, 20, and someone really wants to figure out who was the best of those three, they're going to look at head-to-head of those three. That's all I'm saying. So because one is capitalized on head-to-heads by two or more.
EDN said, who they? Laugh out loud.
Okay, anyway. I think I'm being pretty clear.
You know, I think the GOAT is whoever you think is the GOAT in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Just like basketball, we hear the discussions. Oh, LeBron. Oh, Michael Jordan. And then you can go back before that. Same in football. It's all who's the GOAT to you. Who do you like?
LeBron James has nothing on Michael Jordan, never
No,
will.
I'm not saying. I gave you an example, like football. You know what I mean?
LeBron can wish he was like Mike, but no one will be like Mike. When LeBron has left the floor so many times while his team's still on the court and walked to the locker room like a little powder, and I'm a Lakers fan, I was born out there, so LeBron is nowhere near the basketball player, in my opinion, that Jordan
So Abdul said being the GOAT is not just about numbers. He needs to pass the eye test too, and you know GOATs eat grass. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, you remember Djokovic eating the grass?
I think he likes Federer though. I'm shocked.
Okay, well.
Good for you. You know that Justin, in case you never watched the show, has a tattoo that he should remove.
That's a big tattoo.
RF tattoo that he should remove.
That tattoo is like this big. It's not small. It's a big one.
I wrote here, French Federation pulls that video of that boy.
Oh, that hurt.
For a copyright infringement.
That hurt. You guys hear about this?
Yeah, someone sent me the interview for the little boy. He was speaking Spanish. I guess he's from Mexico. And he was saying how he loved Djokovic because of the way he played, you know, and everything. I thought it was kind of sad they removed the video.
Do all of you know what we're talking about? During the or after Djokovic won the French Open, there was a young man, I guess that was, you know, pumped up, a young kid, you know, and he was like, come on, you know.
I guess he was giving him advice.
He was giving him advice, you know, and Djokovic, you know, obviously he's a consummate pro. Basically, he won the match, and after the match, he had the mindset to go give his tennis racket to the young boy. Okay, beautiful thing. We talked about this on the show already. So I guess there was some family member or someone entrenched with this young boy that was taking a video. And if I get this wrong, please tell me. Okay, I'm fairly certain I'm correct.
I don't know who took the video, but it doesn't matter. They would have taken it down.
Yeah. So there was. The logistical stuff, the pinpoints, let me know. I don't want fake news out there. But there was a video of this young man. I'm shouting because I got a saw outside my back porch.
Yeah, but they're almost done. The siding, so it's good.
So there's a video that is being taken, probably cell phone or something anyway, of the young man and this transaction, you know, Djokovic. So long story short is, you know, the French Tennis Federation has always been in the line of fire for a lot of reasons. You know, the only major not to change the tiebreaker in the fifth set, the last major without a roof. Holy cow, this house is about to fall down. But the French Tennis Federation found out that this video was going viral. Like viral, right?
5 million or 5.
You know, millions of views. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, that's a copyright infringement. They're at our place. Take that video down. Now, I think this is one of the biggest problems. And correct me if this is off in terms of exactly how it went down. But they took... The French Tennis Federation had this video removed. Now, here's my problem with this. Look, how do I say this without revealing my life story? So when I was young, I would follow bands around. Fish, Grateful Dead, they were jam bands, and I would follow them around all over the country. So I'd go to one state, and another state, and another state, and another state, and another state. And every time we would get to these cities where these bands were played, I always run into people, and they'd be like, where did this many people come from? I've never seen this many people in my life. Are you serious? Who are you here to see? Oh my gosh, it was like their whole city would turn into two cities, and they would have no idea where the people came from. The beautiful thing about these bands, though, compared to most bands that you go see at a concert, these bands allow you to bring your cell phone or back then there was no cell phones like that. It was like Motorola, and you had a big bag and shit. But anyway, you could bring a tape recorder, you could bring a microphone. Now you can bring video, you can record whatever you want and film it, go home and watch it and share it wherever you want. But for some damn reason, some of these places reserve rights to everything that is theirs, their property, their territory. They won't let someone that's not authorized and have paid their dues to come in and film. Now, This is something that I have seen. I have known a couple people that have done play-by-play YouTube videos for football, American football, throwing the football. They got to where they had a lot of subscribers, and they were cut out. They were axed because finally Fox Sports, CBS Sports, whatever, they wouldn't allow it anymore. This guy's got 50,000 followers, and we got the game, and I'm paying billions of dollars to sponsor the stadiums and the tickets. Eventually, it goes away. So it's for people like the French Open that spoil play-by-play stuff and spoil you being able to bring your cell phone to a facility. You should be able to be a fan and go to a venue that costs you thousands of dollars to go there, thousands of dollars for hotel, lodging, food, tickets just to watch. And I can't open my phone and do like a live feed with my face in the background of where I'm at. That's bullshit. They're owning your freedom.
That's a problem.
And what's wrong with someone owning your freedom is, what the hell do we live for? The whole reason why I followed those bands in college is because when I went there were no rules and everybody was peaceful as hell. And we could film it, we could go home, we could listen to it driving to go to the next concert. But here, you can't. And that's why I always say, there's so many people over the years, I think we've been kind of on YouTube one way, shape, or form for about, since like 2010 or something. Anyway, long story short is throughout those years, I've seen so many people do play-by-play sports. So they'll buy something pay-per-view, not show it, don't turn the volume up, and they'll be like, hey, he throws a punch, and Mike Tyson's down. And eventually, too many viewers come and they rip your throat out because the billionaires, they will tear you down. Anyway, this is the same thing that's happening here. They took a young man's angelic, wonderful story and ripped it down its throat because the damn video that mom and dad filmed or whoever was getting more views than the whole damn tournament combined. Especially after Osaka pulled out and Federer quit. Think they were pissed off? They looked worse after that. Fair enough?
All right.
Play-by-play is, it sucks if you're not there.
Alpha says Djokovic can and probably will be the GOAT, but it doesn't mean he's a perfect player. His overhead smash is terrible, and the net is good, not great. His second serve isn't the best. There are flaws. Marcelino Decat says why does the player in the ATP 500 circuit get so many aces, but they don't do it at Grand Slams?
That's a good point.
Michael Walker says in 2017, Serena Williams was going to destroy Margaret Court's record. She even bought it up. Well, 4 years later. Capitalism, bro. Money. This is it. All right.
I'm going to run down this list. Tell me if I missed anything.
Bertens retiring from tennis.
Kiki Bertens.
Last season.
Kiki Bertens, and someone sent us this. I think it was Alex, or was it Alex QR?
I don't know. I read it.
I think it was Alex QR that sent that to us. I didn't know about it, so let's give him props for that, because if it wasn't for him, I still wouldn't know about it. But Kiki Bertens is set to be...
Alex sent me a message.
She was getting her hair done, which I think looks mighty fine. Let's go.
I was tired of the purple, so...
Kiki Bertens is set to retire at the end of this year. However, I will give Kiki Bertens an award for having the most horrendous-looking service motion outside of Marion Bartoli's tennis racket and the history of women's tennis. Here's my checklist. Did I cover everything? You ready, Carla?
God.
The French Federation pulls down the rights to the kid's homemade video when Djokovic gave him the racket. We covered it. Benoit Pierre not trying against Andy Murray. What the fuck? I got a junior student that just started a year ago that's like, is that dude even trying? And then Murray's crying? He's whining, you crying, you're not trying, like a whole lot of iron in him. Ugly. Queen's Club goes to goddamn Pansy Club after that match. Federer goes down to Felix Auger-Aliassime. Is this honestly a big deal? Is this honestly, oh no? Are we really shocked? Okay, shout outs to King Nico for the hat. Shout outs to Florence Chan for the hat. Shout outs to Natasha Sterling, SKJO, and Mike Walker for losing the 50. No, was it Mike Walker on the 50? Mike Walker, Wildlife on the hat. Mike Walker.
Man, again, Djokovic fans are sending stuff, but I won that in a bet, which I'm not even going to wear.
Told you.
Anyways.
Told you. This is Ethan's hat. This is Ethan. Ethan sent this hat. So, by the way, if you want something stuck up here, just send it to us. King Nico found us. But I didn't. That was surprise, bro. Surprise. We'll put it here. And then we'll leave this because this was Ethan. He signed it. Let's go, Ethan. This was just me and my daughter. All right. Anyway, will Roger Federer's draw at Wimbledon be padded to give him the best possible journey on his way out? Will Roger Federer get one of the easiest draws in history, or will it be normal and he probably face someone like Karatsev or anybody for that matter early on? Padded or regular? Okay. The battle for 20 majors and the greatest of all time begins now in men's tennis. This debate has been beat up for so damn long, it gets old. We've done it on this show for 3 years and got so tired of doing it ourselves and had viewers saying enough, we stopped it. I only brought it back up because if it's 20, 20, 20, the head-to-head tells the tale, okay? The greatest of all time debate starts now, for real, instead of just making up stories. Like Carlos said, Djokovic won't ever get 15. Now he's got 19.
I never said 15.
Okay?
Well, where did he get that from? I'm saying he will never get 20. Everybody kept saying 22, 24. I'm like...
At this point, he might get 25.
All right, whatever.
Okay. Next topic I had was given what happened at Roland Garros with the females. Pavlyuchenkova, Krejcikova final. Who were the favorites early on to win? Big servers, big players. Sabalenka's, Andreescu if she's healthy. Serena, Pliskova maybe. Kenin, we didn't talk about Kenin, the young Coco Gauff. What can she do? British teenager Jack Draper, we've covered him. Shout outs to Kraus 3 Boer on the topic about Roger Federer would be lucky to make it to the quarterfinals, or better yet, he should consider it him winning Wimbledon and make the victory speech if he just simply gets to the quarterfinals. Last topic, and I already covered this as well. Is Novak Djokovic in any real threat or any real danger this Wimbledon? And if so, who? I mean, if you had to bet your life on it, and Djokovic was part of the bet every time, and you could substitute one person for your life on the other side, and you had to bet for your life, Djokovic is playing against any other person in the world, would you bet on Djokovic for your life or any other person in the world for your life? You call it. He's fighting for the greatest of all time. He knows it. His corner knows it. They're in the trenches right now, like bombed out swimming pools that they know so well. Okay? He will be like an assassin in this tournament.
Made a bet. I already bet that he's not going to win it. So
who'd you bet that?
You don't remember in the last show I said I bet Novak will win it.
I
already bet, and some guy said, well, I got to wear something that says I love Novak, a t-shirt. I bet he's not going to win it.
Okay. If Djokovic wins Wimbledon, guys, please make her do something. I mean, we have to keep it PG, obviously, but make her do something pretty foolish for the entire time that we do these shows during Wimbledon, or after, however it goes down. If he wins it, come up with something good, and she must do it. Plain and simple. If you want something on the wall, send it. Catch up with us on Facebook if you want it more personal. At Justin, Justin, space Carla, Carla, space Davis, Davis on Facebook. I think we have like 3,500 there, but I think your cap is $49.99, so
yeah,
it's
good. I delete
no problem. You can catch up with us on 5K Space Tennis on Facebook. You can catch up with us at 5K Tennis on Instagram, but with no spaces. She has Twitter. I don't know what that is.
5K Tennis 1.
I don't have it. 5K Tennis 1 on Twitter. And am I missing anything?
No.
Let's go. Can't wait for Wimbledon. If you are participating in our fantasy league competitions, Dushan Dramakanine and I this season, or this Wimbledon, will be extremely busy, I can assure you. Make sure you look for the playlist titled Wimbledon Fantasy Team and Tennis Racket Giveaway. There's only one video in it as of right now. I will not go over the rules here. It just takes up too much time. If you're interested in competing with a lot of really, really, really hardcore fans, competitors, and players in their own right, go there, check it out. And start
Sister the Queen, if you're watching Dead Seville, send me an email. I'm still waiting for your response. On, you guys were the winners.
Yeah, Sister the Queen and Dead Seville. Dead Seville has won 3 out of 4 majors.
Merchandise. Well, can you tell me your size? What do you want?
Yeah, pick it. They know what to do. They won before, and Sister the Queen knows us well, so they'll cover the basics.
All right, adios. Off to teach.
See you soon. 2 lessons, right? Who is it? Noelle and who? Noelle and Monica?
Yeah, you already know this. I tell you this like 10